journey that led me to create Moment by Moment started in 2006. I had a girlfriend who had a child that, unbeknownst to the family, had hypoplastic left heart and was not compatible with life. It was a lot easier to be behind the scenes and be behind the lens and watch her go through her journey versus journeying face to face with them as they were going through their grief, and took some pictures. Several months later, we revisited those pictures and realized that those were really a gift so that she could communicate who Quentin was to the rest of their family and friends. And they had an older son, and she would talk about Quentin in a past tense, but almost families were having a really hard time communicating with her and her husband about the fact that she had lost a child, and went ahead and started talking to the hospice at the time that they worked with and about the possibility of taking pictures for other families, and then started offering moment by moment services to some of those families, and it grew from there. Moment by Moment has impacted my life more dramatically than I would have anticipated. It started out giving a gift back to a couple children. Now it's grown to so many lives, so many stories, and every time I walk into a hospital or a situation with a family, I walk into a world of a family story. And everybody has a different story, a unique story. They're all challenging. They're all heart-touching. And I walk out with a sense of appreciation that for today I can actually walk outside of the hospital doors. I can walk outside of their homes. I can have the opportunity to go back to my daily life with a little bit more gratitude.
I have known Karen for over 20 years. I met her through my sister-in-law who lived in the same street, and they became wonderful friends immediately, as most people do with Karen. And she started taking pictures of my children. I think to know her, you realize that she brings out the best in everybody around her in a very basic level. Desmond Tutu once said that to be in spirit is the inability to judge. And I think that Karen represents that in full. She embodies that concept. Her threads of hope and how she relates to the universe expands not just by her foundation, but also with, I think, everybody she touches. Her experience in the past with working in hospitals and through biopharma and pharmaceutical industries, and then just her intelligence in the industry, coupled with her compassion and her kind of link to the spirit, are all things that have worked together that embodied what I think a candidate for Threads of Hope would represent in full. So it was an easy thought and a choice to recommend her for that.
The community that envelops what I do is what actually gives a lot of backbone and fortitude to the nonprofit. Mm-hmm. So many people step in and help support us behind the scenes, and we couldn't be who we are without that help from the community and our dear friends. And personally, I couldn't be who I am without people that support me for who I am and what my vision is, and however crazy and glitter-filled that can be sometimes.
I think that Karen helps to create what the intention of that is supposed to be, which is a beautiful moment that they want to capture, a joyful moment for the children who still look at it as something that's really fun to be a part of, and that those families can, kind of have the commemoration of that moment for the future, but also the celebration of that moment, because that's what it's about, is, living in the moment.
I just am so blessed to see these families really resonate with what we provide them with. And to me, it fills me up with so much joy. So I would say that I'm happiest when I'm working with Moment by Moment. I'm happiest when I can actually show other people the images and the things that we create. And that just brings me such joy, and I just am so appreciative that I had the opportunity to share that with other people today too.